Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. This is Phoenix Draconis, and this is Kaon Reviews. Now, as you saw in the intro, today's review video is going to focus on Transformers Legacy Evolution Bomb Burst, or I'm going to probably use the name that he was given in the Japanese series of Supergod Masterforce, Blood. And in Blood's case, this is a deluxe size figure, unlike Dudas's, figure, which was a deluxe class. It's a very interesting little figure, and as you can tell, I'm going to bring this a little bit closer. You got the full body shot on here. Over here you got his vehicle mode. On this side of the box you have the artwork on here, very nice, and of course you got some very good product shots. So let's go ahead and take one final look before I open up this figure. And without any further ado, let's go ahead and get him opened up. Alright folks, there he is out of his box and posed for battle, and I have to say he is an impressive little figure. I mean, good God, take a look at his face sculpt. I'm going to try and zoom in on that. Look at that. That is so menacing. And I want to say the way they had the mouth open like it is, it's... Oh, sorry. I'm getting all over the place. There we go. The way they have the mouth opened up and everything, it's almost as if his mouth can open, sort of like Skullgrin's. Sorry, was it Skullgrin's? No. Sort of like Inferno's mouth did in his figure. But no, this is pretty much, I want to say, yeah, it looks like it was molded, from the looks of it, molded and pieced together. So that is awesome looking. I'm really liking that. Look at the gold in his eyes, the blue inside his inner ear flaps, a lot of good molded detail. I'm going to scroll out just a bit. Yeah, zoom out a bit. Look at that molded detail on his chest, his arms, the wings that he uses that also double as weapons, his bludgeoning club here. I mean, really good detail, really nice use of paint applications along his shins, his knees, his chest, even the band around his wrist. And as you go to the other side, you do see some gray paint on the back, on his canopy there. And, well, you'll see more of it when I have him transformed into vehicle mode. Now, of course, there is some open gaps here, which I think could probably be filled in by a third party, but it depends. We'll see how he looks, as I get him transformed. He also has some waffling in his weapons here, as you can tell. I mean, Hasbro could have done, just made this into a full case, leaving this peg hole open for it. So again, this is just my personal opinion. So let's go ahead and take a look, at his articulation. His head it's kind of it's on a swivel, so he can't look up or down, but he can look left, right, and left. That's as far as he can do. He cannot do a full 360 because His shoulders just pretty much will not cooperate on that. His arms can go up, and that's due to it being on a ball joint, which can make it go 360. His elbows also are on a ball joint, so he can, move, do a 90-degree bend, and can also bend left and right there. He does have waist rotation all the way. He can kick up, can kick back. He does have, because he's got a ball joint, he does have some articulation along his legs. His feet can go back and front. They can bend forward, but again, it's due to transformation here. And he does have a very good range of ankle articulation. So that way, he can just have some very extreme poses. And I mean, wow. Again, I am very, very impressed. And like I said, his wings also can double up as, well, I do want to say they were going to double up as weapons, but I guess you can pretty much put them like that, and they can be like axes as well. So there you go. And they can still arm as forearm cannons, so if you so want to, you can just do that. And like so. So there you go, right there. Very, very nice. So, very nice right there. So I'm going to go ahead and put him back the way they was. And very, like I said, nice range of motion right there. Can't complain too much about it. Like I said, especially for a for a core class size figure. Very impressed on it. So give me a moment to go ahead and dig out Spogren real quick, and I shall return. All right. Now, as I was going through the process of transforming, blood over here, I noticed something in the instructions. It looks like, and I'm going to show it to you, there is a section here where you can put those side wings that are on his forearms to the back, so it looks more like his Pretender shell, where the wings are on the back of him. However, I did do that, and the thing about it is, it does give them that look as long as you have them facing forward. As you can tell, the back of those wings I showed you earlier, they're kind of painted gray. It's because of that. However, it doesn't allow you to take this piece and put it up, not without the wings going back. And because this piece here doesn't allow clearance, and unfortunately I did try to go ahead and see if there was some way to put that, and no matter what angle I put it, this is the only way I was able to get that illusion. So it's not a good fit, so I'm not going to keep it on there. So I am going to put these items as side weapons. It was a good attempt, I have to say, but it's not one that I would utilize, at least in this form. So I wanted to show that to you before I started off with transformation. Now, we're going to put this little bludgeoning weapon off to the side right here, and we are going to go ahead and proceed with transformation. Now, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to take this back piece and fold it out and forward. And then we're just going to go ahead and snap that in there. Once that's snapped, these ears are going to tab to this notch over here. And of course, you're going to take this weapon and you're going to just peg it in. There is a slot right there and right here. So just as I'm putting the weapon, and it's going to say this in the instruction as well, go ahead and just pop that in there. If I can get it in there, of course. Oh, come on, damn it. So we're just going to go ahead and slide that in there. And there you go. So it's going to remain flush on there. Now at this point, we're just going to go ahead and you can either have the wings like that, or just take them off and you're just going to go ahead and just put the blue part sticking up on either one of his forearms, like that. Now, I'm going to try and zoom in so you can see. There is that notch right there. There is a little slot on there. Just going to go ahead and just tab that in. Now, before you do anything else, because we're just going to go ahead and just turn the waist around 180 like so. So that way his toes, or I should say his heels, are facing now the front of his body, which will become the underside. Now you just tab that in like that. And all you got to do is just fold the feet like so. And then there is, oh, for those that didn't see it because I was just too close. Alright, so there we go. So before we go ahead and tab the biceps and shoulders together to those tabs I showed you a little while ago, we're going to go ahead and turn this waist around 180. So the back of his legs are facing forward of the robot mode, and we're just going to go ahead and just move that there. Now, as I showed you a little while ago, we're going to fold the feet in as we did just a little while. There is tabs on the back of his calves. They're going to go into the slots on the bottom of his chest here. And then once those are tabbed in, I'm going to just push the feet forward so that way they're resting on either side of his face. So we're going to do the same on the other side, like that. And then of course we are going to just tab all this together. And there is his vehicle mode, and just like his original Pretender robot vehicle mode, this is how it almost looks, just a little bit more updated. But I have to say, this is a very nice, attempt. A little bit more detailed, a lot of good molded details, as you can tell. I've been thinking about actually just getting some panel lining on this on there, but I'm afraid of, for lack of a term, fucking it up since I'm not much of a customizer. Most of you have If you followed me on my channel for this song, you've already seen some of my customization attempts. Now I have there is a customizer by the name of Neolab, and I love, no discredit to Jose from Hobbies with Jose, but I love what he done with the Studio Series um, Air Razor and Cheetor from Rise of the Beast. I'm really liking those. And so I had reached out to him to see how much he would charge to do a customization of the figures. Um, that, or since he did make a mention about selling these after a certain period, I may actually buy it. And since I don't have Cheetor as of yet, I may go ahead and do a review of it and then give him props for his customization work, because it's really awesome. But moving on, again, this is a really good vehicle mode. I'm really liking this. Uh, I don't know what else to say. I do know I sound like I'm gushing and whatnot, but this is a really, really great figure. So I'm glad that I wound up at the time of this recording. I happened to have picked this up the other day when I went by Target while I was attending a different event close by. So I did see Studio Series Ironhide, Origins Jazz, and Metal Hawk and stuff. But because of my limitations on funds, I had to hold back on those. But this was the cheapest one at $10, so I went ahead and went for it, because honestly, I didn't want to leave empty-handed like I normally do. But there it is, man. So anyway, let me go ahead and get him transformed back into robot mode, and we'll go ahead and do a comparison with Blood and Duras. All right, there they are, side by side, and wow. Like I said, I have to agree with whoever said that this figure should have been the same size as this one. Because they were in the original G1 series, they were all the same size, in terms of their pretender shells and robot modes, within. And I think they could have done a good job with it, same amount as they did with this one. So, I think that's something they could have done. I think Hasbro could have done that. Either make a choice, one size or the other, but not both. So I'm wondering about Submarauder or Gilmer. I wonder if they're going to leave him as a core, if they're going to do a core class version, or if they're going to do a deluxe version. So it's going to be disappointing if they do just a deluxe, if they wind up doing him a deluxe and leaving Submarauder as that, or they wind up doing a Bomb Burst deluxe version. That would have been good. No discredit to this particular figure. It's pretty cool. I like it. I got no complaints on it. So, very, very nice. So, anyway, let me go ahead and get Duras out of the way, and I'll be right back with my final thoughts and my score. As you all heard me throughout the course of this video, and I'll repeat it again, this is an awesome looking figure. I like it. It is a fun figure. Very easy to transform. One thing that I almost had a conniption on was the fact that here I'm seeing the product shots, you know, his melee weapon, and I didn't find it until I went back into the cardboard. I figured it was wrapped up in paper, but no, it was right up here. So when you open this up, take a look, make sure he's got his wings, he's got his melee weapon. His melee weapon is right here in the top corner. So that way, if you're one of those people that basically, you know, opens up the figures and throws away the boxes, make sure you have all the accessories. But yeah, there he is, man. And again, this has been a really, really fun figure, you know, to play with and everything. So if I had to give it a score, you know, on a scale of 1 through 10, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 9. The reason why I'm giving it that is because his size difference from his previous, you know, pretender partner, which I think personally they should have done him in a deluxe class instead of a core class. Sorry, I had a brain fart. And because if that's what they were going to do, is make the other core class, they should have gone ahead and done Doras as a core class figure. But again, this is my opinion of the figure. Now, you may think differently. Who knows? If you do, then that's great. That's your opinion. This is mine. So, but speaking of opinions, this is my take on the figure. I want to hear from you. Have you been able to pick this figure up? Now, as I stated no more than a little while ago, I picked this one up at my local Target, so he is out in the wild. And if you were able to pick it up, you know, do you like him? Do you hate him? Leave me your comments in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to my channel. Click onto the bell icon so you can be notified when I post up new videos. Now, I'd like to go ahead and thank everyone who has looked at my videos, who has followed me, who has liked the videos, who has, joined the channel, and on occasion leave me messages or comments concerning the figure itself. I do want to be able to hear from you all, and I'd like to see this channel grow. So if you have a figure you want me to review, let me know. I'll do my best to try and get it, depending on price, of course. But just let me know. Tell me something, anything. I just want to hear from you. This is Phoenix Draconis, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Peace.